part of this is going to be going into your own personal things. The mountain men did personal things to protect themselves and always have a certain amount of tools along so that they could take care of their basic necessities of life. And that was really wise of them. Indians also carried around their necessities back in the day, and so we have some suggested lists here for a possibles pouch of your own, for your own little emergency kit. I always like to carry a blade around of some sort, at least one of those little razor blades. They're cheap, I think they're 10 cents a piece. I like a cheap little blade similar to this one. I'll give you a close-up of it. Just any cheapo blade like this is useful for striking your flint and steel. And so that, you know, it's useful for doing any of the rough chores around that you don't want to dull your other blades with. You're going to want a nice sharp razor blade if you have to skin an animal or anything like that. I'd bring rope, and I'd bring two kinds. I'd bring a natural fiber sisal rope or something like that, and I'd also bring 550 cord. The military swears by it, and there's a good reason why. It has a whole bunch of tiny strands inside of it. Can be used for sewing. They can be used for little snare traps. The large ones, strong, you know, the full cord is 550 test and can be used to trap an animal as large as a deer. And so you want to bring along some of the 550 cord. It's actually what the parachuters use to hang themselves from their harness. Is those little 550 cords are what go up to the canopy of your parachute. Then you're going to want to bring 2 or 3 versions of a form of starting a fire, and I'll give you a close-up of what we have here. Here's some waterproof matches that you could bring, and something that is a little more robust, can handle a little more bad weather, is a metal match. As you see here, some people call it flint and steel. Flint and steel is the older mountain man version of this, and I really like this. You can light the tops of reeds, some grasses, cattails, light right up, cottonwool. Which brings us into the next thing that you're going to want to bring. I keep that one right on me. And here's where I keep my possibles pouches, just right here, one of my pockets. I actually like the lighter because it's the simplest, easiest to use. But then my backup is the metal match. And I bring cotton balls, and most of the time I'll smear the cotton balls in Vaseline. And that has multi-use also. One, it acts like a candle when you do get the cotton. Make sure it's pure cotton, not a cotton blend. And it'll burn like a candle with the Vaseline on it. Plus you can use the Vaseline as a chapstick, or if you ever have hiked a lot, you'll notice that if you don't get, or if you're not able to get to a shower on a regular basis, you can start forming little salt sores in your armpits and in your crotch, and that can be used to protect you from those, because it gets quite painful. And I've found Vaseline is a good treatment for that. The other thing I like to bring is pencil and paper. You never know what kind of things you're going to have to take note of. You may want to write a note saying where you've gone. And then you'll want to bring fish hook and line. And that can be used if you lost something over the edge. You can. We lost a glove the other day, and we had to get it off a ledge, and we were able to get it with a stick, a long stick that we just duct taped fishing hooks to at the end, and we just got it close, and it was able to hook into the fabric and get it up. But it's also used for fishing, obviously. Many people don't think of it in the snaring uses, but you can actually use it, bait it, and it'll catch birds, it'll catch all kinds of things. Just by baiting it out into the regular environment.